the splendid Splinter, the greatest hitter who ever lived. He swung a bat like poetry in motion and lived life with unmatched intensity. From the sandlots of San Diego to Fenway Park, he redefined what it meant to be a hitter. Ted Williams, the last 400 hitter. Our story begins on August 30th, 1918 in San Diego, California. Born to Samuel Williams, a photographer and former soldier, and Mae Venzer, a Salvation Army worker, young Theodore Samuel Williams entered a world where baseball was America's undisputed pastime. Growing up during the Great Depression, Ted's childhood was far from easy. His mother's devotion to her Salvation Army work often left Ted and his brother Danny to fend for themselves. But it was during these challenging years that Ted found solace and purpose in baseball. From dawn till dusk, young Ted could be found at the local playground, North Park, swinging a bat. He'd hit balls until his hands bled, then wrap them in tape and keep swinging. This relentless dedication would become the hallmark of his career. It was during these formative years that Ted developed his keen eye and disciplined approach to hitting. He'd spend hours studying pitchers, analyzing their patterns, and honing his swing. Little did the world know that this skinny kid from San Diego would revolutionize the art of hitting. At just 17 years old, Ted's extraordinary talent caught the eye of the San Diego Padres, then a minor league team in the Pacific Coast League. In 1936, Ted signed his first professional contract, marking the beginning of a journey that would lead him to baseball immortality. Ted's time in the minors was brief but spectacular. In 1937, playing for Minneapolis in the American Association, he hit .366 with 43 home runs and 142 RBIs. His performance caught the attention of the Boston Red Sox, who purchased his contract at the end of the season. On April 20th, 1939, at the age of 20, Ted Williams made his major league debut with the Red Sox. In his first at-bat, he doubled off the right field wall at Yankee Stadium. It was a fitting start for a career that would be defined by hitting excellence. But it was in 1941 that Ted Williams would etch his name in baseball lore forever. That season, he pursued one of baseball's most elusive achievements, hitting .400 over an entire season. As the season progressed, the entire baseball world watched in awe as Williams flirted with the magical .400 mark. Entering the final day of the season, his average stood at $39,955, which would have rounded up to $400. His manager, Joe Cronin, offered to let him sit out the final doubleheader to preserve the average. But that wasn't Ted's style. "If I'm going to be a .400 hitter," he declared, "I want more than my toenails on the line." In that doubleheader against Philadelphia, Williams went 6 for 8, raising his average to .406. It remains one of the greatest single-season performances in baseball history, and no player has hit $400 since. Just as Ted's career was reaching new heights, world events intervened. With the United States' entry into World War II, Williams, like many ball players of his era, put his career on hold to serve his country. From 1943 to 1945, Williams served as a naval aviator, training to be a fighter pilot. Williams did not opt for an easy assignment playing baseball for the Navy, but rather joined the V-5 program to become a naval aviator. Though the war ended before he saw combat, his service cost him 3 prime years of his baseball career. Returning to baseball in 1946, Williams picked up right where he left off. He led the Red Sox to the World Series, winning his first American League MVP award along the way. Though the Red Sox fell to the Cardinals in 7 games, Ted's status as one of the game's elite players was firmly established. But Ted's military service wasn't over. In 1952, at the height of the Korean War, he was recalled to active duty. This time, Williams saw combat, flying 39 missions as a Marine Corps pilot. His plane was hit by anti-aircraft fire twice, including one mission where he had to crash land his burning aircraft. Despite missing most of 2 seasons, Ted returned to baseball in August 1953, homering in his first game back. The splendid Splinter hadn't lost his touch. What made Ted Williams so special at the plate? It wasn't just his incredible hand-eye coordination or his powerful swing. It was his approach to hitting, his understanding of the science behind it. Williams was a student of hitting in every sense. He studied pitchers relentlessly, memorizing their tendencies and patterns. He understood the physics of the swing, the importance of getting the bat into the hitting zone quickly and keeping it there as long as possible. His book, The Science of Hitting, published in 1970, remains required reading for serious hitters to this day. In it, Williams broke down the strike zone into 77 cells, each the size of a baseball. He knew his batting average for pitches in each cell, illustrating his keen understanding of his strengths and weaknesses. This disciplined approach led to some of the most impressive statistics in baseball history. Williams retired with a lifetime batting average of 344, an on-base percentage of .482, and 521 home runs. He won 6 batting titles and 2 Triple Crowns. Off the field, Ted Williams was a complex and often controversial figure. His relationship with the Boston media and fans was famously tumultuous. He refused to tip his cap to the crowd after home runs, leading to his nickname, the Splendid Splinter. Yet, beneath his gruff exterior was a man of great passion and principle. Williams was a tireless advocate for the Jimmy Fund, a charity supporting children's cancer research. He used his fame to raise millions for the cause, often visiting sick children in hospitals without publicity. His commitment to excellence extended beyond baseball. Williams was an avid fisherman, becoming as skilled with a fishing rod as he was with a bat. He was inducted into the IGFA Fishing Hall of Fame, adaptability to his mastery of the sport. As his playing career wound down, Ted saved his best for last. In his final at-bat on September 28, 1960, the 42-year-old Williams launched a home run into the Fenway Park bullpen. John Updike, who was in attendance that day, famously wrote, "Gods do not answer letters." Williams rounded the bases quickly, true to form, not tipping his cap. It was a fitting end to one of the greatest careers in baseball history. After retirement, Williams managed the Washington Senators Texas Rangers franchise from 1969 to 1972. Though his team never finished above .500, he was named American League Manager of the Year in 1969. The accolades continued long after his playing days. In 1966, he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame on the first ballot. In 1969, he was named to the Major League Baseball All-Time Team. In 1999, he was named to the All-Century Team. His final at-bat, a home run at age 42, epitomized his career. Post-retirement accolades included Hall of Fame induction and selection to the All-Time and All-Century teams. Williams' greatest legacy was revolutionizing hitting. His book, The Science of Hitting, became a Bible for batters. He advocated for Negro League players' inclusion in the Hall of Fame. As he aged, Williams became a symbol of baseball's golden age. His personal life was complex, but his compassion for children with cancer revealed his softer side. Ted Williams' story is dedication, of excellence pursued relentlessly, of a man who sought to master his craft in a way few others have. It's a story that continues to inspire, not just baseball players, but anyone who strives for greatness in their chosen field. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Legends of the Game for more incredible content like this.